Kindiki has defended the government decision to deploy police officers to Haiti on a peacekeeping mission in Haiti. In what he says, law and order will be followed before the mission begins. Speaking when he appeared before the National Assembly Security Committee, Kindiki insisted that Haiti peacekeeping mission is a United Nations initiative and Kenya will only take a lead role, noting that the officers will be taken through training.
Even the mandates of the legislature and the government has actually lapsed. So technically, it's a country in limbo. So it's a temporary emergency, as opposed to a situation where it is the same Haiti with the gangs, with all the violence, but there is a government which is in place. The other thing is on political leaders, again on Sondu. Before I go to Sondu, there was the issue of what should have come first. Is it the commitment to deploy, or is it first the legal procedures locally? And the answer is what has happened is the right procedure. The request must first come from the international legal system to our legal system. And therefore, the commitment by the executive to deploy is within the law, in the sense that technically that commitment, of course, is made subject to the meeting of the constitutional procedures. So I see no harm. And that's why we have institutions of governance. So likewise, the National Security Council will transmit the request to Parliament, and the executive have no control on what Parliament decides. If Parliament decides on the contrary, that is an outcome of democratic processes. I see no embarrassment, no diplomatic issue there. It is part of our democracy, and we must learn to respect the democracy of our legal order which we have adopted for ourselves. The other issue is on what action has been taken on law enforcement officers who may not have acted. That is something maybe the IG and the Commission can help us with. But as a general policy issue, it is not going to be tenable anymore to transfer an officer who has failed to act within the law to discharge their mandate. Because transferring an officer from one place, one station to another is transferring a problem. We must find ways as a country of taking more grievous action on such people. But let me put this in context as I perhaps wind up, that majority of the police officers in this country do a great job. I have been in the field almost in all the regions of our country. But we do have officers within our ranks who have swelled the reputation of their colleagues.